Hold on. Oh, okay, yeah. Toot, 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 toot. Hey, baby.
Present
Nigga
day.
day. Nigga time.
Present time.
Up and down, side to side,
Round and round.
Really think I love her.
Yeah.
Never wanna see
Yo.
her. I just wanna play around. She just wanna get out. I don't wanna see her down. Take her all around my town. Up and down, side to side, round and round. Really think I love her now. Never wanna see her frown. I just wanna play around. She just wanna get out. I don't wanna see her down. Take her all around my town. Up and down, side to side, round and round. Yeah, we just like Jack and Jill. Baby nearly lost her crown. I just wanna stack this money. Baby, can you count it out? Yeah, this bitch tastes just like honey. Don't think that I'm hungry now. In the sun, just walking. Love to hear her talking. I just whisper in her ear that biscuit wet just like a dolphin. I get lost inside her eyes. I don't do this very often. She says thoughts inside my mind. It's a pendulum just fucking rocking. Feeling like Mikoto, yeah, the way I flip a fucking rhyme. Feel like Takamichi, yeah, I think I'm running out of time. Yeah, I grabbed a pen, it's revenge, Shiki with the knife. Feeling like I'm lame, so insane. Have I lost my mind? Have I lost my mind? Yeah, am I out of time? Yeah, have I lost my mind? Yeah, gotta press rewind. Yeah, have I lost my mind? Yeah, it's another sign. Yeah, have I
Clans?
lost my mind?
Yeah, I'm back already.
Up and down, side to side, round and round. Really think I love her now. Never wanna see her frown. I just wanna play around. She just wanna get a house. I don't wanna see her down. Take her all around my town. Up and down, side to side, round and round. Really think I love her now. Never wanna see her frown. I just wanna play around. She just wanna get a house. I don't wanna see her down. Take her all around my town. Up and down, side to side, round and round.
I'm gonna beat the fuck out of Discord. This does not let me put Simi's volume to 100. I don't know why. It won't let me. He always like 102 or like 98. Can't get to 100. It won't work. And I hate odd numbers, so it's not going to 99, and it's not going to
101.
And there it is.
That is the limiter that is placed upon me.
He's Is this your magic? Alright, people. Listen, man. Listen. We're gonna talk about the greatness of the magic and the Mashle. Mashle. I'm not gonna hold y'all. This is my favorite ongoing thing in Jump right now, like easily.
And finally, he admits it.
I'm not gonna say it's the best, but shit, having fun. What's up, son? How you doing, man? Read your two on stream. You know what? Just for you one day, I'm gonna give you a chance. But if it's mid, he about to get roasted. So now am I losing a race to Mash? It's good. It's a good competition. It could go either way, you know. I say out of 10 out of 10 times, I could lose 4, could lose 6, somewhere around there. You never know. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. I'm glad that you're here, even though you got work. But all right. First, I gotta say real quick, this is kind of out of pocket, but yo, Mashle having no functioning brain cells aside, and obviously the working out. Does this nigga not remind you of Simi? I swear to God, he reminds you. He's my spirit animal, but like, he remind me of Simi, dog. All he had to do was play hella games. Yeah, dead. All right, see you later, Wallace. But is it just me?
No, I'm here.
And there it is. So, did you get that feeling or not?
I'm sorry, you got to repeat that because I was kind of missing.
No,
real quick.
I said,
give me a short version.
I said, does Mash remind you of Simi?
It's the regards, yes. But
obviously, I said Mash has no brain cells, so we're including those.
But he's a funny guy.
Funny
guy.
And apparently, Ponzo completely muted.
Oh shoot! But keep going, Simi. Keep going, like you said something. Does he remind you of yourself?
Hey man, listen. As I said, that's the best compliment you've given me all year.
And so is Simi. See, I be forgetting names. I'm so bad with names. to me kind of remind me of a combination of him and what's the nigga that's obsessed with his sister, except that part of him.
Lance.
Yeah.
Ah.
No, because that comment where he was like, "Fuck, this nigga distracted me with a simple comment."
No,
I was crying. I was
no,
on the
wait.
ground.
He
I
said,
was like, "Hey,
he
I
said,
felt
he said when he said, "Damn it, he broke my concentration by stating something that's extremely obvious, like it was a great revelation." I said, "Yo, I feel that every day of my life, bro."
he
Jesus
couldn't
Christ,
believe he said that to him. He said, "Oh my god."
just like I couldn't believe it.
That was great. Yeah, that was great.
Badger,
Yeah.
my guy, what's going on? He said, "Take my free money amount." Or thank you for stopping by, my friend. But yeah, like nah, this series for me, man, it's just like fun. Like thank you, like I'm having fun again. Raw fights, raw characters. It's fun. It actually does a lot of stuff where like he'll do the thing where I'm like, oh, he's actually pointing out something that's kind of weird and like it's an anime. Like remember when the guy licked the rock? He's like, wait, why did you do that? Like why did you lick the rock
He
though?
said, he was like, I guess you're around that age.
Right? Like what is that?
Like,
What does that
what the fuck does that
mean?
mean?
What yo? Was anybody
What
out here
age?
licking rocks? Y'all licking rocks out here?
Nah, we was
Oh
not
fuck
licking
no.
rocks.
You wasn't at the
Guess you're
age.
around that age, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's so funny to me. But nah, for real though, like I understand that it's a very simple series. It's nothing crazy. I do actually like the concept of like a meathead in a school for magic because a lot of the times when I talk about magic in narratives, I argue that magic is something that you could just be like, yo, you don't always have to explain it because magic in a lot of universes in a lot of sense is supposed to be defying reality. It's miracles being performed. But it's funny that like in a school in a world where magic is supreme, reigns supreme, obviously, and you can go back to another series like a Black Clover, but that shit trash. But like Mashle is just this fucking physical specimen, and he's getting it done. And again, simple premise, simple characters, nothing crazy, but it's work, it's effective. I don't know why people always think that something has to be extremely layered and complex and all kinds of things for it to work. Because I see some people try to combat me all the time, where it's like, nah, bro, Mashal Raw, I'm not trying to hear it. I don't care about all of the crazy writing conventions you want to go to. I would argue that Mashal, Magic and Muscles, does exactly what the story is supposed to be doing. It doesn't try to be more than what it is. We always talk about like the intended purpose of a narrative, a game, or what have you, or a song. I'm not gonna criticize a love story for a lack of action. Is it a good? Is there good drama? Is it believable? Are the characters good? Those are things I'm going to judge. You know, I'm not going to call like a Meathead series bad because I'm not laughing. Comedy's good, but if it's not necessarily a comedy, that's fine. You have to think about the intended purpose of the story, and I would argue that Mashal does exactly what it's supposed to do perfectly, which is why I like it so much. All right,
All right,
nice.
stream done.
I guess,
Amen. Sorry, I was on mute.
I was going. I was waiting for somebody.
Go ahead, East. Do your thing.
I guess I'll double back on. Okay. There's beauty and stuff. There's nothing over extravagant. No big plot revelations here and there, but I don't need that. It's simple, fun, quality, good characters. I enjoy the whole cast. The niggas be have me fucking holler. Especially that nigga adult. That nigga funny as hell. Along the way when they was at the fucking convenience, the little park, the little date thing, and he was like, and that nigga sneezed. He fucking shot the door to that man. That shit had me dying right there talking shit, fighting each other. It's just a nice time. And then Mash has his little moments of sincerity where he's just like, I never had this before. I appreciate y'all being here, but that's still that time. He always that nigga. And the way he be outsmarting people, or not, well, out challenging people that even are supposed to be stronger than him to a certain degree, it's just he goes out his way to do the most out of pocket things, which fits him because he can't use magic and nobody should be able to compete, but because he fucking trained his body so well, the way the out of pocket roundabout ways he goes about defeating people always will fucking just fucking have me dying. Especially when he did Abyss, the nigga the speed lines, when he couldn't just outspeed him, so he just took the fucking blade into his stomach and then crunched his abs. There's like I got you now, and then
Mhm.
beat his ass. I said, bro, he the truth.
It's
I mean,
funny.
really, it was backwards.
It's funny
taking
too.
quality out.
It's
That's what he was really
it's funny too
doing.
because he says he's like my eyes are pretty toned, huh? I'm like I see that. I see that a lot. I see that a lot. Am I caught up? Yeah, I'm caught up. I'm all the way caught up. I just read the last chapter. I forgot it came out today. But no. Well said. Well said. Simi, what are your general statements before we hop into some stuff?
It good. I'm playing. It no, it's like listen, man. I all types of entertainment. I look at it for one reason. One reason only, to entertain me. That shit is not bringing me joy in some way, shape, form, or capacity. I'm not looking at it. And Mashle gives me literally everything I want: good art, good fights, good comedy, good cast,
But
good setting.
but Simi, it's not pushing the. I'm joking. I'm joking.
It's not doing anything new. It's not pushing the genre. All that goddamn capping that Metrovania fans doing over there. But I felt like, and I would actually argue that it's way more layered than one would give credit
Oh
for.
no, I agree with that. But people are not gonna give it
Yeah,
that credit.
but just because it's not super somber or depressing and the art ain't fucking ugly as shit. There ain't people dying every 2 seconds. There ain't blood all over the place. Nobody's depressed. All type of other bullshit. Nah. And it's the thing is like not only is it way more layered than what one would think, but you don't have to be super dark and moody to have those themes of humanity and society and how society affects other people and so on and so forth and shit like that. But just generally speaking, it's fire from the jump because it gives me everything I wanted. And as Yeti said, it doesn't try to pretend like it's something it's not. The end of it started by showing you that this is mainly going to be a comedy or um out of pocket, if you will, and it keeps that theme all the time, no matter how serious the tone ever gets, no matter how serious the arc is or what may have you, and it never it never betrays it. It always stays true to what it's trying to give you, and that's real. I don't need nothing else. I don't need it to do anything else.
Vince, is he here?
So this series is really fun. It's so over exaggerated that it does it in a good way because it's all purposeful. All this stuff like anything like this, it sprinkles in the little things and the good nature stuff. It's not built upon that. So yeah, if you're expecting stuff like that out of this series, like you're an idiot. But like some people would be doing that. So this series is completely dependent on it's just like how good do you like the little sequences they're doing and how funny you think it is. And it's fairly funny because I'm not gonna lie, most manga does not make me laugh like that. I do as a comedy. Sometimes they just miss the ball with me. This one, it does good in the comedy it's trying to do, and it tries some different forms of comedy, and a lot of the ones that it do, they work because a lot of it's just like facial expressions or just like small little things like somebody would do something crazy and then one of the characters would look at them like what why would you do that? Like, like that was really bad. Like, and that's the type of comedy I like. That reminds me of like stuff that we would do in here, stuff that we would say. So it's just like, yeah, it's
Like the
super
way
fun.
he will just interrupt somebody mid monologue. Like we're not trying to hear that. We
Yeah,
don't care
right,
about we don't
exactly.
care about your life,
Yep.
your story, your journey, your aspirations. Shut up. Catch these heads. So for real. And Ponzu, what about you?
For me, it was Mashle is a good series. It is a series that makes me laugh. And laughing at manga jokes, I never really read the tag manga. Like Reborn, but it was like in the beginning of the story, and it didn't work at all with me. But even I love the story till today, but still, Mashle worked from the beginning. I love the concept, and I was excited to see where the story where it was going. Till today, this the mangaka always forget his name. Uh, know how to play to jump between comedy and being serious, and even when you talk about being depressing stuff, having depressing stuff, the fact that he's always in the comedic side, the depressing stuff hits more even sometimes than other stories that keep getting in the depressing stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it is surprising most of the time or unusual because you're not ready to get stuff like this from the story. But if you get it, it's well done. So it is, I will say, still still right now for every chapter that I've read, the guy, the mangaka, controls his story, and you feel that in art, in the way that he does stuff, channeling everything. It is controlled, and I love that. I feel that the mangaka, the storyteller, know what he's doing. You feel that he's, yeah, it feels good. And most of the time, and it's not that you can predict the story. Sometimes you really can't predict the story even. So it feels good. It's a good story. It makes me laugh. And Mash as a character, the gag sometimes, bro, I laugh my ass. The fact that he's so earnest. In even one of the first chapters, when he met for the first time the the director of the school, Dumbledore, I will call him like this, easier for me.
It really is
But
Dumbledore.
Dumbledore, when he threatens
Except he's
his
wrong.
father, that shot, that moment, I thought to myself, okay, this story is going to be serious. When he's going to get serious, he's going to get serious because at that moment you will think it's more like a one punch man, so everything can stop Saitama. You know what I mean? Like Mashle, nothing can really stop him. But when he sees that, no, I can this guy, I can do nothing. The only thing that I can do is put my hands trying to stop the thing, even if maybe I won't stop it. I know that I won't stop it. Still, I have to try. And to know that your main character in a gag manga like this, when it's all about strength, that has that has know that he's not the strongest guy, feels good. Feels it shows from directly, like I told you, the story that the mangaka knew what he was doing. So from that on, I was on board with the story. I'm not. I don't need to literally. I don't like stories that do fake that. You know what I mean? Like showing that they're always going to one way, but then they are going the other way. Doesn't mean that I have like the fairy tale most of the time because it always shows me that it was that you actually take things seriously, but most of the time it doesn't take his stuff seriously. So that's the thing that I hate the most when you want people to take you seriously, you must know the actions and reactions. So when you do something act, people will react.
Hear nothing. I don't know what happened. I just couldn't hear nothing.
That's weird. I was hearing nobody talking.
Your stream is muted.
No, it's no. They should be able to hear now. I couldn't hear anything.
Oh,
Like I couldn't hear anything. Usually, what happens
couldn't
is
hear.
if it doesn't play through my mic and stuff, they can't hear it. But I would still hear you guys though. I just couldn't hear nothing. I don't know what happened. I didn't even do anything. It just popped back in. I don't know what happened. I literally just sat here for a second. What the fuck? Anyways,
So I was talking to the wind literally, but not to you, but to the wind.
no, I heard most of what you said. I started talking to change to change the topic, and then I'm like, I can't hear nobody. But okay. Nothing. I don't know what happened. I just couldn't hear nothing. Oh shit.
That's weird.
See,
the heck?
no, that's my phone because I was playing out loud. Like, why can't I hear anything? Because clients are like, bro, I can't hear y'all. It's not my fault.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just have to fix that for the for the when I put it on thing. Anywho, actually, let me timestamp it. Okay, because I'll forget and I'm ugly. All right, no, I'm not. But who's your guys' favorite character? Before I move on to the next thing, favorite character, briefly.
Dude,
I was
that's
gonna
a good question.
honestly, it is. I actually would say Mash, and you know me, that's rare for me. It's rare for my favorite character to be the main to MC the main character, but Mash is he's my spirit animal, like for real. Like, listen,
I like
me and him have a lot of overlapping similarities. We're not the same person, but overlap a lot of overlapping similarities. But I always understand and feel his energy. Like, bro, when he's like, isn't it great? We're not doing nothing, and I'm like, bruh. Like Studio says, sometimes doing nothing just raw. Just don't want to do nothing. I'm just trying to chill out. Like they're like, oh, mash it, like, and like certain things happen where I'm like, bro, I love it. They're like, oh, the weight of the world is on him. Oh, he this and that. What is he gonna do? He at the beach. I said, bro, he's the fucking go. Go ahead. I'm gonna pee real quick, but go ahead.
It's a
I
tie
got-
between Go ahead.
No, Zafir has spoken.
It's a tie between Mash and Dot for me because Mash's energy is 100%, 101% just the greatest thing ever. But that boy Dot is hilarious.
Oh
From his introduction, they're talking about some I don't want to see girls cry type beat to him punching himself in the face, talking about damn, why'd I mess that up type beat. That nigga's hilarious. And the fact that his spell is called Explom. What is that? That's raw. Some type of weird play on a word that don't sound raw, but it's raw. He got his little demonic transformation. That shit gas. That's my boy. The tie between those two because I mean honestly I could see everybody in here just saying fucking Mash all across the board.
Who was the second one? You said sorry.
Oh, I said Dot.
Okay.
Yeah, Mash is up there, but I'm definitely gonna either go for either Lance or Rain. Both
I
of those
knew
guys are
this.
fucking hilarious.
No, Lance became certified when he was fighting against the sand dude. I think one of his brother or whatever is on the council, whatever the fuck. And the guy's like, "Oh, your growth it depends on your surroundings, and you're around your surroundings, you start to reak." He's like, "Don't you need to be like you're like people you're around are trash. If you stay with them, you'll rot too." He's like, basically the whole idea of iron sharpens iron. And he's like, anyways.
Yeah,
when
right.
you're driven by real convictions like I am, the environment doesn't matter. Now, obviously, the thing that's driving him is his kind of complex, but it's funny to us because of the dramatic irony. But it was a raw ass fucking comeback. He's like, that none of that matters. I'm different, and he washed him. I said, bro, he raw. He my second favorite for sure. For sure.
For me,
Yeah, Rain just cool. Rain he just looked cool, and the fact that he likes bunnies, that was unexpected.
yeah,
Go ahead, East.
nigga got it. Tried it. He raw.
And yes, I do. And yes, I do name my muscles. By the way,
I basically got the same as me because basically I got the same as me because like Rain is like right up there, but I had to really give between like Thought and Mash because the way Mash anybody that can beat me.
What the fuck?
I promise you, when East is on Aniki's stream, his mic is never doing this shit, bro.
Never doing the greatest comeback exams.
Dog, I don't know what you're doing. Like Jesus Christ, bro.
Okay, so I wasn't the only one that heard that, right?
Yes.
No,
No.
no,
All
That
right.
shit said.
that nigga Mike was remixing,
Like,
bro.
bro.
Jesus Christ! Oh my goodness.
All right.
He
Is he?
took side. He took Siamese problem and doubled it. That shit was crazy.
I like East.
Fucking stupid ass Mike, man. Fucking gas shit.
Hey, hey!
Nigga
Chill
gonna
out,
give
chill
me
out, chill
no
out, chill
dick
out,
ass
chill out.
niggas, man. Get down. Oh, my fault.
All right. Anyways, continue. Try again.
As I was saying before. Sorry about that. As I was saying before, it's a tie between Reigns and not fucking Reigns, Dart and fucking Mash. One of my favorite things that I think I was talking about in the exam, the way he was talking to old boy and shit. It was like, oh, you can't feel pain? You wouldn't feel pain? He's like, let me help you out. And this nigga like bent the I think he built his fucking wand or some shit, like in the iron, and he put it into a tennis racket. He smacked that nigga on his head and started beating his ass. I swear to God, that nigga funny as fuck.
He even picked up the heaviest wand on some like Mjolnir type beat shit.
Yeah.
Like, you can't lift this. And he's like, okay, I'll take it. Be good.
I'll take it. I'll fucking take it. And everything you do is just so absurdly funny.
Yeah.
It's a simple. It's just like this nigga had me dying every fucking time. No matter it's like raw, no matter it's a raw line or a simple line. I fucking holler, bro. I've been enjoying myself looking at this nigga. And like somebody said, like, dog, that nigga so fucking goddamn funny. Nah,
I don't like pretty niggas. He's hilarious.
I remember they was like as soon as the first big arc started when they all had their 1v1 matches, and that nigga was like, God, sometimes I swear I'm the only normal one here. And they all sinked into the floor and they all started screaming like girls and started holding each other. I fucking started crying, dog.
This series is
the only one keeping it together. Even Matt's like, my cream puffs. No, I was like, this nigga a fucking fool, dog.
Nigga, it's just muscles and cream puffs, bro. I love it.
Oh my God, that's all that's on a nigga mind, bro. I swear to God. And then like, what you about to say?
Oh, go ahead. You go ahead. Finish your thought.
I don't even remember what the thought was.
All right, bet. So I'll say this about Dot then. Bro, why am I hearing this in my ear? Like, who's doing that? That's East. Jesus Christ. East, yo. Mute when you're not talking right now, because I don't know what's going on. But, okay. I like Dot only because Dot reminds me of how y'all niggas be talking to me. You're like, more free. It kills me. Because I swear, when he's like, you live life on easy mode, I swear to God, I feel like Vince said something like that to me verbatim before. Where I'm like, bro, it's just funny because I have the Patreon. I found out what to say. So he's talking to Thing. He's like, what do you think you're doing here? Did you change your hairstyle? He's like, that's my line. Why can't a guy change his hairstyle now? I bet Lemon loves bangs, you know? And after he's like, yeah, that's right. I see right through you. You've got a mug most guys will kill for, and you're tall. I know what difficulty you started life on. Easy mode. He's like, you're 500% boring. Get out of this room. He's like, it's my room, nigga. Like he be killing me because I'm like, bro, honestly, I know there's so many people in the world who just feel like how he feels, but he's just putting that energy out there freely, so I respect that. I like it. He's funny. The only Finn is the only one that kind of upsets me. Not Finn and Lemon maybe. Lemon at least I kind of laugh because whatever. Finn, I'm like, bro, your brother is that nigga. Like, when are you gonna be that nigga, bro? Like, I'm waiting. I'm holding out hope for Finn, but he's easily the character that I probably like have the least interest in right now because I'm like, bro, your brother is the luminary, whatever the fuck. He nice. What are you doing?
I'll come to hit weak boy defense. You know, at least he stepped out during the fucking Divine Visionary games. He about to get throat slit just to protect Mash.
Okay, but did you know that in a fight there is always a winner and loser? Did you know that once time passes, it could never...
That nigga's so fucking stupid, dog.
What? No, but I like that his partner even played into it. He's like, yes, everyone knows that. Please stop acting like you're making a profound statement. And he goes, it wastes time. I said, ah, look at you. You still playing into the joke a little bit. That was good. That was good. But yeah. Okay. And Paz, did you get your favorite character already?
Yeah, no, you
Go
did
ahead.
not. But this, like, he was quite hard as well. But the thing for me, my favorite character actually would be Ash, and though I love the fact that though he's like, yeah, he's the one with a lot of potential, and that I love this type of character that has a lot of potential but still has game that. And next to this, just like Marshall is just his energy, the fact how he's the one making the plot, the story, the gags going so well, you know. The fact that the way that he interacted with the candles, with the canes. Oh man, that was so funny.
Yeah, that
With
was good. That was
when he was fighting the one with the flaming sword. Oh, bro. The battle was so above the top that I was laughing my ass. Just seeing like, okay, that nigga is quite good. That nigga is so
good. Yo,
still I
someone
got
said
to say.
he has Skywalk. He got Sky Run. He just be flailing his legs in the air and stinging. This guy shit is so funny to me, dog. The nigga just
No, no,
flailing,
for sure.
flailing.
I can
He got
understand.
he under he over the broom and legs just kicking. I said, bro, can't fly. It's just so funny. I don't know. I love it. I love it. I do have a
Uh,
question for you all though.
mm-hmm.
Just because personally, I have like one like like Finn is disappointing, but again, he's gonna have his chance. I think he'll have a moment of chance. I do think that it's probably the fact that his brother is the one who's like mad strong and has Aries. By the way, that 3 line shit is raw. The first time I seen that
Yes,
in the
two
three
brothers,
line
bro.
shit, when he had Aries and he summoned that weapon. That shit raw. I like that. But
Uh,
there's like a moment or something, or character that you're kind of right now kind of disappointed in. I'll start and give my example just so you kind of know like what I'm talking about. I don't remember his name, but it's the music guy. It's a guy who has the music
Margaret.
notes. Yeah, yeah, right. And remember when he was gonna fight Finn's older brother, and they were like, "Oh, like with his secondary, he could still beat this guy." Blah blah blah. And they're making it seem like those two the previous year were obviously the top two dogs. Like they were competing for it, and the only reason the other guy won was because the music guy never I forgot his name already. He didn't care about he didn't care about like being that. He didn't give a damn. He just wants to have fun and things be interesting or whatever. So I'm like, oh crap, like okay, like this fight's gonna go crazy. And I won't lie to you, I was kind of disappointed in the whole match itself. I even thought, like, I think his ability was cool, and the bell in 2 minutes, something was supposed to happen. I don't remember, but I was like, that's it. Like, I don't know if you could beat that guy. Ares was putting you in a pack, bro. It's kind of cat to me, but that's my only moment of like, I don't know if I like that fight. I thought it was gonna be a lot more interesting. However, it does have the best moment. Listen, I don't know if you remember Bamboo Shoe, the nigga he played Quidditch with the first time. Obviously, he's not Quidditch, but you know what I'm talking about, the little game on the broom. He came out of nowhere with his last second commentary talking about the most fundamental move in sports, the body fade. And I was crying real tears, bro. I fell off the chair I was sitting on. I couldn't breathe. I was wheezing, and I'm like, bro, that gotta be the funniest shit ever. Was it Margaret revealed to be a girl? He did some magic shit, something. Then he looked girly. Talked about my maternal
No,
instincts, but I don't know. I don't know though.
it's actually a woman. I didn't see it as a woman before. Some people seen it was already a woman. But
Oh,
when it said something about her instincts, and then don't even made a comment about that shit too underhandedly. He was like, I was wondering about that the entire time when she said something. So apparently it was a woman the whole time. I
interesting.
guess on some like freezer type shit.
yeah,
But yeah, that's like the only thing I
but
would say. But yeah, anyone else? Like, do you have maybe you don't
Tell
if there's
tell
nothing?
her
Go ahead.
easily.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Tell her easily. Cause that boy was talking so much shit. He was on the color double spread, all of that. Niggas talking about some Cell War versus Match round two, rear naked. I said nigga.
Rare naked chokehold. He said rare naked. That's it. Done. You're done.
You couldn't even get one hidden something at least for all the previous fights with the nigga with the fucking with the doors fucking that emotionless ass nigga. He be with the racket and even Margaret. At least that was an actual.
You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough.
And the other dude who had the negating magic eye, I forgot his name. Oh
Razor.
yeah,
He was capping, by the way.
all of them. It was an actual fight. They was actually going back and forth. They was getting hit. Cell ain't doing nothing, boy. All
Yeah,
this talking and the promotion on top. I have the double page bread saved.
So do I.
Rear naked. Oh my god. Go on somewhere with that.
I say that one too because that's like the only time I was like, all right, what the? I like, come on now, because even when we in that first big arc when they went to go save Limmer, it took Abel and Puppet Master and Mash to tag team up just to defend off Cell War, and Cell War didn't even use his second that time. He was just using some basic shit, and then after we find out like okay, then now you come back with it and shit like that, like okay. Then he's like, yeah, me and you were like, basically brothers, and okay, this nigga strong, he OD, Innocent Zero gonna bring his best to his best. And then like I'm like, okay, yeah, like Sippy said, like you're gassing it up. He got the fucking color spread. Like last time it didn't go like that. And then he pulled out these raw like they like diamond. They move it down there the speed of sound. What you gonna do, man? Pick your choice, this, that, and the other. I'm like, okay, we getting there. Even the match was like it's gonna be a tough one. Slap that nigga a couple times and choked his ass out. I said, all right.
What about the
No.
one who had the ultimate protection with like he could stab himself and they'll hurt you? I actually think that was a good point. That was kind of like that.
Yeah, that was
He kind of
Zane.
he kind of
That
was.
was a miss.
He was
That was
kind
a
of mid.
misfact. That was a miss. That was a misleader for me because I was really expecting the fact that they were brothers, stuff like this. That you receive more of their work. You know what I mean? The way that he was presented in the beginning of the story, I was shook.
Mm-hmm.
So this man with hands from nowhere, his power is like controlling stuff. It's weird. Like, I was watching Project Manga even back in the day. They were making theories about stuff. It was really getting good. You know what I mean? And then just for this guy coming back, getting just choke, it was cool. The fact how he presented the stuff, but at the end, brother, uh, why did you make so much attention, giving so much attention to that nigga if he didn't want to use it in that way? You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
was weird, but yeah.
The villain, Mr. Vanitas. Is he there?
Yeah, I am. I'm always here, bro.
What do
Don't ever
you?
question.
What do you? What like name something that you've seen so far that's kind of disappointing to you, like, or you're not fully sold on yet. So like, I use the example like I thought that music guy was way more raw. Sorry, Margaret was way more raw than she was, based off the.
Yeah, we got the same moment. That's
Okay.
why I don't have nothing to add to this conversation because that really was the one. Because like you said, the build up for that one is, oh, they're as strong or comparable to Rain, and that I didn't feel like I got that. So yeah, that's the only thing. Everybody else pretty much lived up
Mm.
to everything. So yeah, that's definitely the moment. But I
Mm.
mean, at the end of the day, it wasn't that big of an issue because this series is not that serious
Yeah, yeah,
for
yeah,
that to
yeah.
matter. But yeah, but definitely out of everything we've gotten so far, that was the one.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What about Just real quick. Anyone have any opinions on Lemon at all?
No.
No, I kind of wish, honestly, I kind of wish they gave her a little bit more for as far not like fighting or anything like
Right.
that, but as far as her
Right.
romantic comedy gigs and stuff like that, they could have played on that a little bit more.
Okay.
There's a thing about I think that it's really like I don't know why he does this, and I think that the true French in France, when the manga is gonna get it very popular, you will have some journalists talking about that, about how women are treated in this story. But literally, I don't understand why she's there.
She's just comic
And when
relief,
you don't understand,
but kind of not really.
like,
She's not funny, so.
it's not funny. Everything that she said, the only thing that I remember laughing at that was when she said, "We touched, so it was a pretty kiss." I thought it was funny because like this typical Japanese type of stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So it was just funny. It was just the how can I say the I already knew that was funny, but the only I don't find her jokes are not funny at all. That's the thing about it. And
Yeah, she kind of mid.
uh,
East.
the
Yeah.
welcome set as
Hold on, hold
she
on.
brings nothing
Hold
to
on,
the
hold on, hold on, hold
table.
on.
And
East. Oh, he's muted. Never mind. Go ahead. I thought he was saying something.
okay, she brings nothing to the table as a character, and and the thing about it is, I really wanted to see more about her. For the moment, character-wise, anything-wise, you see all the characters growing up in level. She don't, so you say, okay, she won't be that type of character. But next
I
week,
mean, I kind of disagree with you a little bit because they're playing off the part. I mean, she has that panel where she's like, "Why am I an emotional burden, you ass?" And she was like, "I never want to be an emotional burden, but he became my entire world. So why am I a burden? Because he's here." So I think they're just playing. They're kind of playing off that useless kind of woman character, kind of a little bit. They're playing that up a little bit.
I can
And she
also
was just
see
like,
this. This is how serious to do that too.
yeah,
Like that's the
but
joke that she's useless.
yeah, exactly. Like, she's like, I'm useless because he's here. Like, he's my entire world. Like that, I'm an emotional burden. Like, congrats.
That's a good way of looking at
uh,
it. I just want to know because like I forget about her a lot. Like at least Dot has the personality. You got some fight with a little explosion magic or whatever. Finn, I'm like at least you have the lineage. I don't know, but her, I'm just like, what do you like?
He got the best friend. He has the best friend role too. No, yeah, Lemon. That's why I say they should play up her romantic role a little bit.
Yeah,
Like she should be trying harder
yeah, that's
to
the
like
thing about it.
get his
Like it's what I
attention.
told you. Even the romantic role, she don't play. She don't have any use. That's the thing. That's why I'm mad. I think she had to at least with the that we feel that it's something more or between her and Masha or something like that. You can see that there is like even a little bit serious like about this stuff, but there is nothing serious at all, and it's not funny for me. It's not funny anymore. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You can laugh once, two, three times, and it's not funny anymore. And that's the problem. Is that at the end you will get. But see, that's what I'm scared. That's why I'm always scared for that story because if at one moment the jokes are not taking in, that's a big part of the story that will go away. You know what I mean? Because it won't be funny anymore. And actually, it's not funny. It's not natural. That's
At the
that's
end of the day,
scary.
like Mashle's funny enough that like the jokes that she does if even if they missed or don't land, like I'm fine. But no, but I feel I wasn't even trying to stay on that point that long. I just wanted to know if anyone thought about her because she's really unimportant. But another thing that I
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
ask
The thing.
about Mashle because I think it's important because like I I think about the first chapter of a lot of series a lot and the way it draws you in, hooks you in. You know, I always say there's a hook and stuff. Like, how would you actually gauge the very first chapter of Mashle in terms of drawing the reader in to actually continue to read more? I'll speak personally because obviously I like comedy a lot. I like to laugh, so I was howling the whole time, especially when that dude shot the initial fireball at him. You just slap it down. Then he bumps it.
Ah,
He
that was
juggles it.
funny.
He
Oh,
started doing soccer moves. I said, bro, why you flexing
so
on him
funny.
like that? Like, you just beat him and move on. He did all of that. I'm like, okay, yo, he's raw.
I,
I obviously I work out a lot, so we have that connection there. I won't lie to you. He names his muscles. I do that too. But I didn't get that. I actually got that from Yamushi Pedal. There was a sprinter on one of the schools. I can't remember his name. He's a sprinter, but he's like a muscle sprinter, and he named his pectorals like Frank and Andy. And ever since then, I started naming my muscles. So, so when he was talking to Finn, I'm Mash. This is Fred. Need to meet. Oh, come chat. This is Kevin. This is Mike, and we got Tom, Kim, Yatada, Koji, Satomi. I said, bro, what? He named each individual ab. I'm like, yeah. So like, there was that level of relation from the working out standpoint, and then the fact I'm like, oh no, he's just legitimately hilarious. He's funny. I understand the personal ambience he gives off, so I really like him. So I thought it was a really effective first chapter. It's not my favorite first chapter. My favorite first chapter of anything is probably still Zippy Ziggy. I don't think it'll ever be topped. That was just I laughed way too hard, but I thought it had a really strong draw. Like I would argue, if you don't like the first chapter of Mashle, you don't like Mashle. What do you think? What do you say about? What do you say that, Simi?
Thanks.
uh,
Or something?
yeah,
101% agree with that.
go ahead.
Yeah, I 101% agree with that because it gives you pretty much the first chapter gives you pretty much every single thing that this rest of the series is going to give you. It gives you the underlying issue of society and being an outcast and being different, being unwanted, so on and so forth, it gives you a little bit of Mash's personality, which was the draw for me. And then it gives you the good art with some of the single and double spreads that was in it. Also, like what you could expect going further along, and then finally the comedy. So I believe that the first chapter literally gave you every single aspect that the series was going to give you until the last one. So I
I
agree with
feel
that
that.
statement.
I feel that. For me, I always say that like I think it's really effective partially because like he has a straight face on all the time. Like there's a page in the first chapter I'm looking at it right now. It's on page 14 when he goes into the city and he's watching people do all this stuff with magic that normally like would impress you. Like if you were really any other regular human, you're like, oh wow, they're doing all this shit, man. He's like, couldn't they do that all by hand?
Yeah.
And then after that, I was so okay, I'm good. Okay, he's funny. I was like, he was like, could you do that all by hand? I said, yeah,
Yeah,
he's different, bro.
Because one
no,
thing
no.
me and
That's the
you.
thing about the.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, that's the thing about like you said that series though. That's the thing that sold me. The fact that you come there and he gives you the other perspective. For us, the first perspective, we think that everything is well, it's magical. But then you have the other perspective. They can't do this by hand, and that's when you realize magic won't help to us too. You know what I mean? It's so at that moment you say, no, that guy is too good. That's why I love this. I love my show. Really
Yeah.
good story. Okay.
I'm gonna say, but me and Vince, me and you have a tendency to really like when characters do or comment on the extremely logical thing that's really happening. So like me and you probably had the exact same reaction there, where it's like, why not just do it by hand, or like why you lick that rock, or it's like, all right, back when I was in the 13th grade, he's like, wait, and after he punches him, like, and someone's like, Mashle, he wasn't done talking, like like no one's
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
hear that. Shut up, bro, shut up,
Exactly.
right? So
Exactly.
like me and you always like that, so I think we get an extra kick at any moment where he like does something similar, like yes, thank you, like this is exactly what I would do. Like I'm not trying to
Right.
hear. I don't care
Exactly.
about your autobiography, bro. I don't care. None of your past means anything to me. I'm here to beat your ass and go home and eat cream puffs. Like I'm not here for that. Like so, I
Yeah, exactly. And it's character. They talking about all their trouble. They about how they so talented. He just look at them. That's like not like that's us. Like that we
because even when
care, bro.
you remember he like one of the teachers in the earlier chapter, he just like, well, gotta bury him. I said, bro.
Exactly. That's it, bro.
Oh
Not worried about it
god.
no more.
He's like, yo, that's a teacher, man. He's like, this guy. He's this important. He connects with the principal. He can't run none of that. He said, oh, cat's out the bag. Time to beat his ass. But yeah, that's your
Exactly. What that got? What does that have to do with me?
yeah.
Not even beat his ass. Time to kill that nigga. He want him to put that gun on the ground so he doesn't fall.
Nah, this is thing. I was gonna ask you guys just out of curiosity. Do you think that Mashle does anything better than the comedy, or is the comedy the best thing that Mashle does, in your opinion?
The art.
I was gonna say my one friend said he actually likes the art just a little bit more, or he thinks his artwork is
No, no.
tasteful. I'm going with comedy personally, but go ahead, East, go ahead.
Never mind. It was already said. Don't work. See.
I didn't hear what you said though.
I was about to say what Simi said, but he beat me to the punch. But I'm on mute.
Oh, okay. Anyone else agree with the artwork?
No, the
No, I'm the comedy guy first. So
Same.
I felt for the comedy for sure.
Okay.
It was a weird mix to see one Batman with the couple with the bow cut. It was weird.
Mhm.
That was my first direction when I saw him. Side down with the bow cut.
Damn
Weird.
Boca, man.
I actually think he says some pretty raw stuff here and there too. Honestly,
He has.
underratedly.
He has, and he stood his ground and for the right things at the right times. Where I'm like, oh yeah, this is the right time for this, whatever. And like, this is a little unrelated, just because I found it. I'm looking for this in my phone, but I wanted to say because this made me. I don't know why it made me laugh. When he's first talking to things, he's like with the sister complex, and he's like, he took the locket off of his neck, and he's like, he sees a picture. He starts shaking. He's like, oh no, like you can't be doing that. Like I have to call it. Like he's like, I gotta call the police. I'm like, bro, where did this random morality come from? He's like, yo, that shit was so funny to me. He's like, that's my sister, man. And he's like, let me ask you something. What's the most precious thing in the world? He's like, you're putting me on the spot here. Creep wrong. Life wrong, love wrong, freedom wrong, creep wrong. Like, why did you go back to creep? And obviously, he just saying it's his sister because he has the cis complex. But I was just laughing. I thought that was really, really, really good. But the point of the point of what Vince said, I think the first real raw moment I can remember is when he was fighting the guy who could make the Earth come out, and he beat Dot. And Mashle like, okay, I'll take the 10 hits. I think he took a couple. Like, all right. Are you done? You good? Get up. He sits down. He's like, you still got to hit me like 7 more times. I'm like, damn. Look him up.
That's what I'm saying.
Look at him.
I mean, shit. Even from the beginning, for me, a little bit, he's like,
oh, the old man when he held the sword. Like,
yeah.
Yes. You're right.
Yeah, that's what I was like, okay. I was like, honestly, this is for something that don't take itself that seriously. It actually got like a bunch of good dialogue when it wants to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I love it. I truly do. I love it here. What's your guys' favorite?
I love it. Really, it's right now in job. If you take one pizza out, it's better. I enjoy more this than Black Clover. It's like
I don't read that at all.
so we get this. We get even there is another story that I love to read was Sakamoto, but I stopped reading it. Because I'm so busy.
Sakamoto Days.
But Mashle is good. That's the thing. That's the thing about it is that the only story that I get with it is My Hero Academia, One Piece, Black Clover, because the habit,
Mm-hmm.
and Mashle. Even all the other stories I didn't read yet. I'm like 5 chapters late. You know what I mean? So Mashle is greatness. Like, it is it is what relax you at the end of the week. You forget everything that you're reading. You just read this. It feels good. There is no drama. There's no drama. It's fun.
Shit is raw, man. I was gonna ask you guys if you have a favorite fight. Also, what's your favorite fight? If you have one.
Technical one, so art-wise, it is. So,
Whatever makes a fight great to you. You go by your own metric.
What's the person with the mask name?
I know you're talking about. He had the devil eye. He's like, do you know what this is?
Yeah.
And he's like,
I forgot his name.
yeah.
Abyss
That's
Razor.
probably my Abyss Razor. That's probably my favorite.
Okay.
Yes, me too. This one, and I will say also the encounter. It's not a fight. It's the encounter between him and the brother of Finn. That was hilarious when he took all these blades and he made chairs of it and everything. That was just really. I was.
What about you, Simi?
Actually, a very good question. I am not sure. Actually, I might I might throw it up to old Headmaster versus Innocent Zero.
I was wondering if someone was gonna say that. Sorry, the old man battle. Go ahead.
Yeah, cause that was just going crazy, man. That shit was going crazy. Maybe not from a hands standpoint, but sheer power.
Yeah,
and like showing the scope or the ceiling, if you will, of the the power system. Yeah, that shit was going bananas.
No, that's a really good one, and that's one I thought. I think for me, I wasn't interested until Mash got involved. He was just guy walking, but for me, it was actually Lance versus the Sand guy. I don't remember his name. I'm sorry, because I like that one.
We got the same one.
Yeah. That's my favorite one. But mostly because of the conversation they were talking about the environment making you strong. So if you're in a weak environment, you're going to be weak. And the way that he did it, and it flexed him, like, oh, by the way, I have the secondary spell and everything too. And he's like, all right, I'm going in the wall and blah blah blah. And Lance is like, anyways, bring your ass out here, dog. I said, yeah, get him. That was really, 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 really good. But I'm obviously more here to laugh. But I actually think all the fights have been at least well illustrated for the most part and everything like that. So can't get mad at it. But yeah, Lance is my guy. So when he did that, gravioli or gravioli, whatever, shit raw. So I like it.
Gravioli.
Yeah, that shit raw.
Nah, that shit took me. That's when the art significantly jumped. When he hit the second for his gravioli, that shit made me take a step back for a second.
The
Like,
torture
oh,
pole. The torture pole is
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. I was like, hey yo, what's good with you? Like,
It
yo, this
reminded
shit.
me of a little bit like obviously like there's there was executions like this in general or whatever, but for whatever reason like because of the way he explained it, it just for some reason it reminded me of Zebra's introduction scene in Toriko, where the beasts are trying to pull him in all four corners. He keeps him in place, does his like sonic scream and breaks out whatever. I don't know why it reminded me of that because he's like, I'm gonna pull you in four different directions with the gravity. I said, nah, bro, I'm good off that, man. I forfeit, dog. I'm good. You said Palkia versus Diago type beat, really like space and time. So yeah, that's the old man battle. That was good though. I didn't know he was that raw at first.
Oh,
I
Dumbledore.
like
yeah.
Dumbledore. Mm-hmm.
Oh, he said Dumbledore. Nah, hey man, shout out to Adam Jobs though. I look for a dead nigga. I really like that nigga, Adam Jobs. Nigga just come by his house every day with random animal facts. Did you know dogs? Yeah, that's over there. What? Nigga, I don't care. Leave. It low key remind me of Simi. So, like Simi just at home chilling, reading his book, minding his business.
You know,
Nigga come by every day.
you know that dolphins are rapists.
Wait, what?
Huh?
No,
That's
you
what he
know
said.
that. No, it's more. It is typical what he was going to say. You know what? I see it like coming with some facts.
Demonetized. Damn.
Adam, like, you know that dolphins are rapists. Just every day comes with a new a new. We get a beautiful word for this.
You had it. Your channel had a good run now.
Wait, yeah.
Dolphins.
What?
Dolphins are evil.
Yes, indeed. They look like angels, but they are evil.
But yeah, man. Mashle is raw. I like it. What do you guys think of the last chapter? And then we'll wrap it up. I'm just sitting here for all my back hurts. I'm done. But what do you think of the last chapter?
I like the last chapter a lot because it was not only teasing where we go next from here,
Mm-hmm.
but just I don't even know what the fucking phrase I was looking for, but just a difference between, talking about, oh, well, what the fuck we going to do next? Oh, well, the school they covered up type beat. What our heroes doing? They on the beach because it's summertime. And
Yeah.
then they talking about, yo, you finna fail.
Like, even the thing Dumbledore comes is like, aren't you injured? Yeah. It's like, what do you hear? It's summer. And he starts spitting out blood. Like, bro, go to the hospital. Like, you need help. You need help. The reason why I like chapters like this, I think a lot of manga make this mistake, especially newer ones, where I understand that people's attention span has gotten worse and worse over time, so they always feel like they need to have this high level of octane action constantly going, where they're constantly trying to like one up the last magic great scene they've had. This is my biggest problem with Kill la Kill, where everything was supposed to be super mega ultra awesome and epic, and then the next thing was supposed to be that times two, where like that just becomes the norm to me. If you don't have calm down moments where all the dopamine and serotonin, you calm down, you just have a relaxing time, see the characters interact with each other. Oh, thank you. Interact with each other without having to like do all the action stuff. I think those are important moments because it kind of gives you a bit of a reset, which is what I've always liked about it. This is why I always like in Dragon Ball after the big bad, they just Alboma's house because they all broke, so there was Alboma's house just doing stuff, or like or Okame house, whatever, or like when they're on the ship in One Piece just doing a bunch of nonsense. I think these chapters are so important. You need to decompress after climbing that mountain, going up to a climax, you seeing these guys use space time abilities going crazy. Now we're just on the beach. I think it's very important for pacing. I don't think a lot of manga do that. It's just like next thing, next thing, next thing, next thing. I have a big problem with that with Black Clover. With Jujutsu Kaisen, I never get a moment to just of reprieve. I can't go in the save room and be no enemies in here. You know, I gotta be on edge all the time, if you will. So that's why. Yeah, yeah.
Let me back him up on that. So, and what he did with that was he could have easily stretched it out like, okay, now chapter straight aftermath of what happened with Mash and him, and then they respect him and like, all right, well we disagree with him like, punk ass Harry Potter and the flame visionary. And then like they ended like he could have had like, and then like all the stuff like, oh my god, dramatic. What happens to Mash next? Like keep it up and keep it up. But it was like, nah, we captured a nigga that had the giant monster and it's like, yeah, you see it in how they feel. They starting to change their ways about Mask, but bitch ass Harry Potter still has no magic, no live type beat. And then it's like, all right, they wrap that up. Then they wrap, all right, well, basically a few pages of, well, what happened was they just blamed it on these other people did this and this how they this a big cover up. What are we doing? We're at the beach. It's like it just wrapped all that stuff up that didn't need to be like a whole dramatic exposition chapter if it wasn't going to keep up with it because that's not what Mash is. It's simple fun, and then they just establish where we go from here once again while still keeping lighthearted levity. Because then at the end of the thing, it's like all right, it's like 5 more niggas just as strong as like like at the top of the verse and like we have to battle them and this that and the other. Then it's like all right, bring it back down. Mash is like I'm finna fail the test. Oh no. It's like the balance of seriousness and comedy and still with a plot forward was absolutely
and
beautiful.
East. That's still important. He wants to protect his way of life and everything like that, right? So he needs to not fail. It's still actually a very important plot point. How hilarious it is. He can't fail school. He'll get expelled.
Exactly. So it's just super funny, man. It was like a breather chapter while still moving the plot forward and like a bunch of shit closing out a bunch of shit, making it really fast. Mm-hmm. Still had our lighthearted comedy, typical Mash comedy. No need to get too dark and shit, like y'all be saying, like especially some like no need to be dark to pretend and dig the blood, all that type of stuff. It just kept it moving. We was laughing, we was giggling, and then we still moving the plot, set up for the future, the ceiling, where we got to go from here. Simple, like this shit is simple. It's crazy to think that this shit is already halfway over though. That's
yeah,
crazy.
Simi and I spoke with that a little bit. We're like, it is what it is though. But yeah. Anyone else in the last chapter?
Last chapter, no, it was a cool last chapter. We see that the master is still alive, but wounded, so we know that he's not. It's a good chapter to set up to show you what's the status quo right now,
Mm-hmm.
and what we're gonna see. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And making it a beach chapter, it's fun because we learn more about the country to the world too and stuff like this. And yeah, it was fuzzy, it was chill, and we needed that because the way that the fight was between the two gods, Palkia, like you said, it was we see Gundam stands, stuff like this. We had a lot. We had a lot. We had a lot.
Yeah.
So it's cool. Keep it chill. We know we can go to the exams. I don't know how he's going to succeed, but still, it's going to be funny.
Yeah.
We know that we are on a funny ride right now.
I almost put the principal's gonna have to cheat for him. Like, all right, yo, I'm gonna just pass you. I'm gonna just pass you type beat. Like, all right, yo, we need you to, show the world for what it is and everything. Vince, are you still there? I know he's muted. I don't know if he's.
I'm here, but I don't have anything to add to the last chapter in particular at this.
All right, thanks for watching. Bye.